This is for Year 10 Methods Pathways. We're going to look at question 14 from exercise 4.1. So the situation is we've got the temperature T degrees Celsius is measured during the day as follows a quadratic relationship, where T represents the time in hours after 8 a.m. Find the temperature when T is equal to 0 degrees. Okay. Or find that, yeah, so we need this is capital T represents temperature, small t represents time. So you got to get that really clear. Otherwise, question won't make sense. So find the temperature when small t equals 0. Okay. So we know that the temperature is given by this equation. So I'm talking about degrees Celsius. So when small t, when time equals 0, what is the initial temperature, basically? That's what's asking. So when time is 0, I'm just going to sub in 0 for t, small t, 0 for small t, and I get 0 plus 0 plus 5. So big T equals 5. So when small t equals 0, big T equals 5. So the initial temperature is 5 degrees Celsius. Always have to put units. So we've done that. By substituting for T, find the exact value for time when the temperature is 21 degrees. Okay, so it's asking you for when big T is 21, what is small t? Okay, so we're going to substitute 21 for big T. So I'm going to put 21 here instead of big T, and we're trying to solve this equation. Now, to solve the equation, we want to make sure one side is 0, okay? And then we have to factorize later. All right, let's have a go at this. I'm going to move everything to the left-hand side because the t squared here is negative. So if I move it to the other side, it becomes positive t squared. Okay. When I move the when I move the 10t, it becomes negative. Now, I've got 21 on this side already, and I'm going to subtract 5 because when I move the positive 5 to the left-hand side, it becomes negative 5. So 21 negative 5 is positive 16 equals 0. Now, I'm going to use cross products to factorize this, okay, because I need to apply the null factor law to solve this. So I know what two numbers that multiply to give you 16, but positive 16, but add to give you negative 10. So it must be negative 8 and negative 2. So my factorization will be t minus 8, t minus 2 equals 0. So t, so using the null factor law, either the first factor is 0, so t minus 8 equals 0, or t minus 2 equals 0. So adding 8 to both sides, I know t equals 8, or adding 2 to both sides, t equals 2. And they're both positive numbers, which are good because we're expecting time to be positive. Okay, so part C is at what times is the temperature 21 degrees Celsius? So at t equals 8 hours and t equals 2 hours, because time is represented hours after 8 a.m. So 2 hours after 8 a.m. is 10 a.m. 8 hours after 8 a.m. Okay, so we've got to think about 8 hours after 8 a.m. So 8 plus 8 is 16. 16, so it's 4 p.m. Okay, so your two solutions are 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. Hopefully that sort of unpacks how to do a worded problem like this. So the basis of these problems is you're practicing your factorization skills and solving skills. So once you sort of get that's what the crux of the problem is, you're just putting this into context. So hopefully that helps.